everybody. Let's see what's going to happen today. I'm going to give you another little insight into an article I've been reading in The Economist. I'm going to put my readers on for this just to make it easier. This is an article, still in The Economist, called Pantry Earth, about a BBC documentary. And I find this fascinating because it is filming people in an office in their natural habitat. Which, if anyone's ever worked in an office, you know that a lot of stuff happens there. You make friends, you make enemies, you're tired, you're hungry. So that's kind of the premise for this one, because I guess hence the name of the documentary, Pantry Earth. So in one instance, they did have a human camera operator. Person sat in a cupboard and witnessed a mating scene. I'm sure that's a common thing where someone's doing something naughty, at work, who knows? Can't say that I've done that. I don't know. And then what surprised people was the exaggerated reactions to microwave smells. That would be me. The confusion about what goes into recycling. And what surprised the crew the most was when the pantry had run out of free food. Okay, so it says that I'm just gonna plop the readers down. The same people would come back to the same cupboard or pantry, and I'm gonna show you this. I have an open mind. This one does house my wine and my snacks and all my spiritual books, my purse, things from my children. But yeah, I have witnessed, I have children and a spouse, the constant open and shutting. And look, I have my sad Watson crackers, because they are kind of crappy, and some crumbs left from my ShopRite pretzel, and my wine. But funny enough, when I worked for Barclay in the city, we started stocking, drinks and snacks, and I know that all of us probably were guilty of going in there when the pretzel sticks were empty, or when we were out of bottled water, kind of opening the fridge or looking in the pantry. I was gonna say the canteen. Yeah, I think that's very, very typical probably of office culture. And I'm going to say that probably men do it a lot. I'm just going to say that because I know a lot of times the women in my office were responsible for ordering lunch. But hey, it was a perk. You got lunch. Sometimes you got drinks. And speaking of drinks, I've got my glassware in here. This is one of my favorite ones, but I'm only keeping like one or two since I do want to replace them. Obviously, we've seen my new favorite one, my Dubai cup, which it's weird. It's kind of hard to get it out of the opening, and I can't really fit a straw in there. So, and then, my sad other glassware with the straw that I cut because that's how I should be drinking my wine, to keep my teeth white. So now you've kind of seen a glimpse into a very personal, this to me is very personal, and I don't know if I'll get to take this armoire. It's just from IKEA, but it was my son's. It's not made to hold snacks in an office or be a pantry of sorts, but it's kind of like, my place. I keep some of my, personal items, and that's really today. Just wanted to, came across the article. Hopefully it's something funny to think about. Now you can think about, like the people you work with, and, what's going on. Is someone mating, or is someone just looking for snacks that don't exist? All right, we'll talk again.